Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Draw the Law with me, Ryan K. Hugh, an attorney with Hugh and Bordenave here in Honolulu, Hawaii. Draw the Law is where I take a business legal concept and try and reduce it down to doodles and sketches to kind of help you understand what's going on with the law. So, what's today's question? How do I organize, form a LLC? Great, excellent question, especially if you're starting a new business, you're doing a real estate investment group, or you just want to get some limited liability protection for your business. So how do I organize, form LLC? Well, it's actually really quite simple. There are basically, in my mind, when I assist clients and form their LLCs, whether they be subsidiaries or if it's a mom and pop retail shop, there's basically three documents you're going to need to get started with. One is the articles of organization. The other one is an operating agreement. And the third one is the Employment Identification Number, or EIN for short. These three things are critical as they help you kind of organize, register, and start your LLC. Let's break them down. So the articles of organization, sometimes it's called a certificate of formation in other states. Here in Hawaii, we use articles of organization, is a document that you file with the government. So you'll find like some government building, most times nowadays online, that you'll file it with. I know it's kind of weird, those kind of officious government looking buildings, but you'll take the articles and then you'll take them and file them. Here in Hawaii, we use the Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs. A lot of other states use the Secretary of State. So Hawaii is a DCCA. Other states use the Secretary of State. But you take your articles, you register it, and that's your LLC being registered with the state. The operating agreement, on the other hand, is an internal document that is usually made amongst the members about how they're going to run the LLC. So the members, being the owners of the LLCs, discuss what goes into their operating agreement, and they will decide on things like profit and loss allocation, distributions, what is the work to go in, and what they're going to contribute to LLC. So that's the operating agreement. One is external, the articles, as you register them with the government. The operating agreement is done internally. And then the EIN is basically a document you fill out with the IRS, that you get an application, you apply for an EIN, and then you get a number back. And I equivocate it to like having a social security number for your LLC, as it is an identification number. Yes, you need to get an EIN even if you're not going to have employees. Why these three documents? There are a lot of other things that you're going to have to decide information wise, such as the name of your LLC, again, how you're going to work with your partners if you have any. And if you don't, if you're just a single member LLC, you should still consider having an operating agreement. And then again, if you don't have employees, you still will need an EIN. Why do I say that? Why are these three things important? Well, the reason is you're going to take those three documents. So again, articles, operating agreement, and EIN. And you're going to take all three of those to everybody's favorite place where they keep all their cash. The bank. Why? So why the bank? Well, what happens is when you say, I would like to open a checking account, a savings account, or any type of business banking account under the LLC's name, they will ask you, do you have your articles, do you have your operating agreement, and your EIN? Those are the three critical documents to opening a separate business banking account under the LLC. And the whole point of that is you want the LLC to own the bank account. So the bank account is an asset of the LLC. And the way the bank is going to issue you that bank account is they're going to ask for these three major documents. There are other things to consider. Obviously, if you have partners, how is that going to work out? What is the name of the LLC? Is the name even available? If you check your business registration site, um, in terms of the EIN, you're going to use that to apply for some type of state tax ID for if you have sales tax, if excise tax, things like that. You will want to link your EIN to your state tax ID and your various tax licenses. So there are other things to do, but the main critical kind of starting point for the bank is they'll ask for these. And that's why for me as an attorney, I recommend dealing with the articles, the operating agreement, and the EIN to start your formation and organization process. Hope that helps. Do you have any questions, ideas for our next topic? I'd love to hear from you all. These are fun to do in short, and I hope they're kind of like bite-sized pieces to help you if you're a business owner kind of navigate business law. Thanks, and hope you see you next in video. Thanks.